The results-driven Merrimack Valley Chamber of Commerce invites you to connect your business with 1,000 other companies just like yours, including education and workforce development, healthcare, professional services, manufacturing, retail, nonprofit, trades and vocations, hospitality, among many others, and benefit with chamber programs and services such as government affairs, energy and economic development, small business assistance, networking opportunities, women in business programs, young people in business programs, and more. We invite your business to become a starring member of the Merrimack Valley Chamber today and see what a difference this chamber will make for you. Join your community's most trusted, effective, and relevant business network connection today. The Merrimack Valley Chamber of Commerce.
Hello everyone, my name is Michael Bevilacqua. I'm the Vice President of the Merrimack Valley Chamber of Commerce, and I'd like to welcome you all to another edition of the Merrimack Valley Chamber Means Business Program. I'm here with two very special guests, MeVa, and I'm going to let you both introduce yourselves.
Sure. Thanks, Mike. It's always a pleasure to talk to you. My name is Noah Berger. I am the administrator for MeVa Transit, which formerly known as the Merrimack Valley Regional Transit Authority. And
I am Neo Mendez, and I am the communications director, and I thank you so much for having us here.
Of course. Thank you, Noah and Neo, for being part of the program today, and thank you also for all the great improvements that we are seeing in our community with the transportation. So first off, MeVa. I know everyone's used to MVRTA. What's MeVa?
So MeVa is a new veneer on the old brand. So you remember our old buses? We still have a few of them running around.
Yep.
They looked the same exact color scheme as a mail truck. And no disrespect to my friends in the U.S. Postal Service, but that wasn't the look we were going for. This is a splashier. Their color. It's actually bright colors that a focus group sort of helped develop. The colors actually come from Old San Juan in Puerto Rico and Zona Colonial in the Dominican Republic. And you see like sort of different aspects of that are on the buses that really also tie into the Merrimack Valley. So you have ripples representing the Merrimack River. You have abstracted clock faces, because let's face it, every large building in the Merrimack Valley has a clock on it. That's unique to us.
Sure.
And then we also have, it says in bold letters, let's go, and it also says vamos. And, we have a very high Spanish-speaking population. Funny thing is, we found that in the transit industry, we do a very good job of translating into Spanish what you're not allowed to do. Don't stand in front of the yellow line, no eating, no drinking, no radio playing, but not an affirmative statement. So this was really a breakthrough there. I think the thinking behind it is, and I think we probably talked about this a year ago, is that when we started making the rounds to community groups and other stakeholders, maybe even the Chamber of Commerce, but we were expecting to say, what do you do well? What do you do not so well? And there was a third alternative we weren't prepared for, which is, we have no idea. We don't know what you guys do.
Sure.
So we realized we needed to be more visible. We needed to be, it's more than just making the buses prettier, and they are prettier, and they can't help but smile when you see them. And it's not just the buses too, as we talked earlier. It's also the vans. So now people realize we have a van service as well, and that ties it under the same umbrella. But this is all part of it. It's also making the service better. So I think, and again, it's great we did this show a year ago, because I think we talked about a lot of the things we were hoping to accomplish. I don't know if we've done all of them. We've done a lot. We went fare free last March, and that's been a resounding success. We're about 180% of our ridership that we had previously. We're just, Mike, I think if you get on the bus at the end of this show, that will pull us to exactly above where we were pre-COVID.
Well, I need to get on the bus.
Yeah, we'll get you.
And I think also the Merrimack Valley Chamber needs to send me to Puerto Rico, and I think you said Dominican Republic, I can compare these buses.
No, that's a really good idea. I'll be there right with you.
You can sign me up. Yeah, we'll all go. But in all seriousness, we talked about, I sat with both of you just about a year ago, and you talked about, we want to do this, we want to do that, we're planning this, we're planning that. we hear a lot of things from a lot of people saying we want to do that, but you actually went and did it. You actually made those improvements. You made these buses attractive for people to want to get on them. It reminds you of, as you said, these great places to be, or even like Disney World, I know we talked about in the past, where the buses, people feel safe getting on, they know where they're going, you made it convenient for them. So I just want to say thank you for doing this for our community. And it's also great because you made it free of charge for people to ride these buses now. So not only did you improve them, but you made them free of charge. And it's so important to our workforce right now, so they have a way to get from their home to their place of work and back, and so many other great places as well. So congratulations on that.
Yeah, thank you. Other things that we've done since we last spoke is that we increased the frequency out of Lawrence, which means that all of our Lawrence routes run on every half hour. Before, it used to be every hour, except for the 0141. But and then in peak times, which people got confused over because you have to be thinking, okay, when it's peak time, when it's regular time. So now all of them run every half hour. So it is a lot more convenient now than it was before. And if you add the free fare to it, it couldn't get any better.
Yeah, and I think that's one of the important things. You asked the stakeholders, you asked the people who ride the buses, you asked the people who may ride the buses, what aren't we doing well? What can we improve? And then you did it. You didn't just say, here's what we're going to change just because we want to change it. You actually looked what the need was, and then you answered that need. So congratulations on that as well. So we talked about some of those things that you improved. I know the people at home have seen what the buses look like now compared to what they looked like before. They can see those improvements as well. But what's on the horizon? What are the things you're planning right now?
Yeah, I mean, some of this is, we've made a lot of our routes more direct, more optimal. In the past, Mike, we had routes that did this, and
didn't make sense. So
it did. What it is you're trying to cover a large area, but if you try to do too much, you're not going to do anything well.
Sure.
An example is, the Route 13 that goes up to Plastow. It goes up via North Ave, but used to come down via Main Street. So that means if you get on North Ave, you have no way of getting back to where you started from.
Which is crazy.
I mean, on a map, it looks like we're serving both areas well, but really we're not serving either one at all. And so we changed that. And that's just one of many changes we did. Another one that here in Haverhill, we straightened out the 18 that goes to Riverside. I talk about how we spent a long percentage of the route just going around the graveyard. And, Neo is the best communications director in any transit authority, but even she was not able to get people from the graveyard to come get on our buses.
Wow.
So we straightened it. We eliminated that sort of meander there, and that bought so much extra time into the schedule. We were able to jump across the bridge and go to Groveland, ending at the Groveland Housing Authority. And that's been a godsend for folks in Groveland. They could see the bus over the bridge, but they couldn't quite get to it.
So close yet so far away.
Exactly.
So,
Yep. So we have, for example, one of our regular riders. He's on a mobility device, and he used to go over the bridge and to Rivers Edge Plaza to take the bus.
Wow.
Now he takes it right there in the housing complex right there in Groveland. So he doesn't have to go over the bridge anymore.
No, it's great.
It's just great.
Answering those questions that your customers had, and I think one of the great things as we talked before this program started, you had mentioned how some people who are riding the bus now didn't even know there was a bus before. So now it's visible, it's easy to tell where it's going, and I don't think one of the things we touched upon yet is how safe it is to be on the bus. Why don't you talk about that in case parents have kids they're going to send to the bus to go to say like the movies or wherever it might be with friends, how safe it is to ride the bus?
Well, our buses are extremely safe, and the drivers are professional drivers. Like literally, they have to train and get a special license for them to be driving. And the buses themselves are super safe. We have cameras inside and out, and they're there for their safety. Anything, if there's an incident, there's an accident, whatever happens,
they're prepared.
We're able, exactly. We're able to tap into the recording and see what happened.
Yeah, so I think it's one of the important things is not only is it convenient to ride these buses now, but it's also safe.
It's also safe.
So, and it's free, so you can't beat it right there. And speaking of your drivers, are you also hiring right now?
We are hiring. So Mike, if you get bored with working at the chamber, It's a great job. It's we pay almost $28 an hour.
Wow.
And if you don't have your CDL, I'm not sure if you have yours, Mike, but
I'll go to school again.
But you don't need to go to school.
Oh, I don't need to.
What you can do
We'll
is come
train
over
you.
and drive
Drive
the
the
van.
van.
Drive the van,
Yes.
and while you're driving the van, we can train you to get
Oh,
your
that's
CDL.
great. So why don't you tell everyone at home in case they are interested in applying or learning more? How do they learn? How do they find out about that? How do they contact?
So if you're interested, you can stop by our main office. It's 85 Railroad Ave in Haverhill. And just keep your eyes peeled because we're going to have another job fair coming up next month. So when we have that information, we have the date set and everything, we're going to post it on social media and our website as well.
And you don't have to come to the job fair to fill out
No.
an application, but that's a great opportunity to do it.
And we'll interview in the spot as well if you do it in the
Oh,
job
wow.
fair. But if you just stop by, we might accommodate that too.
Yeah, that's great that you train them on the job, so you're part of the job already as well, and it's great benefits also. So it's a great opportunity to serve the people in the Merrimack Valley and Haverhill and all over the area and do a great thing as well.
And I think, Mike, it used to be that being a bus driver was really considered a great top job. And I know in Boston, there used to be a lottery. So many people wanted to be a bus driver that there was a lottery to even get in the door. For whatever reason, that's, people don't fully realize the benefits. But I say, what other job where you start, as soon as you pull out of the yard, you are the boss of your bus.
Yep.
So that's and by the way, talking about safety, I brought along this visual aid because I love this. This is like such a low cost safety solution. This costs 68 cents. It's a lug nut indicator. You put these on the lug nuts in the buses, you can tell right away if the lug nut is off kilter. And also it saves wear and tear on the vehicle and effort from the mechanics because you don't have to torque it if you know it's right.
So not only do you look what's best for your customers, but you also look what's best for your employees as well.
Yeah, and this serves both. So that's just a great example.
And we also have a robust preventive maintenance. They take it very seriously, so that makes our buses even safer when it comes to the mechanical stuff.
Yeah, and this time of the year you see some snow as well. I know the buses drive great in the snow also, correct?
Yeah.
Correct.
No, that's and the mechanics that we have, they're fanatical about preventative maintenance, and they really treat each vehicle as if it was their own. So you see that pride that really is the case throughout our workforce.
Yeah. So real quick, I know we're just trying to close out the show. Real quick, what's down the road on the water?
Right. Oh, on the water, and I know the chamber has been a big
We'll
support
get a
of
little
this.
teaser now. So.
Yeah. No. So we a big thanks to Senator Markey's office, who secured us $4.2 million to build two low-profile solar-powered vessels that will be for ferry service in the Merrimack Valley. And at first when people hear this, they say, ferries on the Merrimack River, what are you crazy? But if you think about it, that's the spine that built this valley.
Sure.
Every ferry street in the region used to end at a ferry dock. And so what we're doing is reintroducing it in the basically the heart of the valley anyway, and just expand the family of services that we already provide. The fixed route buses, the vans, and then don't line up at the dock just yet. We have to build the vessel, so it's probably like 2-3 years out. But it's something to be excited about. They'll also have our colors, and in the interim, we're doing other changes. I think we got so excited talking about the things we've done. I didn't fully answer your question about things on the horizon. So coming just this April, we're completely revamping our service in Newburyport, Amesbury, and Salisbury, but also from the connection here in Haverhill. So it'll be more direct. You'll have the number 17 will go straight to Salisbury via Amesbury, and then 2 new routes starting at the commuter rail to really enhance those multimodal connections, which we haven't been doing in the past. One will go from the commuter rail to downtown Newburyport, then through, it'll actually serve parts of Newburyport we don't serve on Merrimack Street, the Toll House building, then Anna Jake's, Port Plaza, and up connecting into Amesbury, and then the other will go similar routing in downtown and then over to Salisbury Beach. So really have direct routings where currently we have loops and routes that suddenly do sightseeing tours for no good reason. So that's just part of it. Longer term, we'll be introducing bus stop signs. I think that's something that is a little harder to do than stuff that we just rely on ourselves because we have to coordinate with the
Permits,
cities
everything.
and towns, and we have to, as well as the local businesses. But we have the design now. We have 500 poles ready to put in there, and I think that will add convenience and also just make the bus more attractive, because people will now have a sign that says, the number 13 bus stops here. Here's where it's going. Here's where you are. It'll just give a little more peace of mind than we currently have.
I think that's great. And if you're listening at home, you're seeing them not only talk about the things they did, but being equally excited about the things that they can do for you and all the great things they're going to bring to MeVa and the Merrimack Valley. So I just want to say thank you for all you've done for the community, making it easy for people to get to wherever they need to get to, convenient, easy, safe, and you're just continuing to rattle off the things that you have coming up, and we can't wait for the improvements. So I just want to say thank you both for being part of the show today. And if you just want to tell them one more last time how to contact you in case you have any questions.
Sure.
Sure. So you can go to our website, it's MeVaTransit.com, or you can call our main number, 978-469-6878.
It's good that Neo grabbed that, because I always trip over our phone number. So
Yes.
but
We got the dream team here. So.
Any questions about routes, where to take the bus, how to get off, how to get on, just contact us.
And
Or applying.
We're happy to talk to
Or
anyone.
apply for a
Yes.
job.
We have our contact information. We added it to the website because we want to be available to the riding public, or the people who want to become part of the riding public.
Perfect.
And to that, things are coming up. We're working on our website. So the website you see now doesn't show what our buses show, but we promise you that pretty soon you have a nice website just like the buses and the vans.
Perfect. Well, thank you both for being part of the show today. We appreciate it. Can't wait to see those upcoming improvements as well. And thank you again for all the great things you do right here for the residents of the Merrimack Valley. So thank you very much for being here.
Thanks for having
Mike,
us.
and thanks to the Chamber for your partnership. That's been terrific all along.
Well, we look forward to working in the future as well. So thank you all for being here. Thank you at home for watching another edition of the Merrimack Valley Chamber Means Business program. We look forward to seeing you on the buses soon. Thank you.